Alright, so this is my second qualifying outing. The first one I probably put down about 6 laps. My record time is 1:47.762, and so once I started getting consistent with my laps, the next thing I do is I go back and I watch the fastest driver that I'm following. So right now this week is Turismo Lester in the Jaguar F-Type, and I look for the areas, now that I'm more familiar with the track, I look for the areas where I can pick up speed by studying particular corners. That is not the way to do it. So I'm actually going to restart that one. I don't always restart, but I knew that I wanted to see how well I was going to do in a lap. Sometimes I'll just keep going and practice the corners, but I really wanted to see my total lap time. So we're going to make sure to break car length earlier than the last lap. It wasn't perfect, but it was definitely better. Next time I'll take that in third gear. So I went a little too deep, basically meaning I should have hit the brakes about 2 car lengths sooner than what I did. And on that turn, I should have slowed down a little bit more as I was going into the corner. I was carrying too much speed, which I tend to do on that particular corner. So I'm actually going to slow down, get the car rotated, and then get on the throttle earlier. So the last lap was a little bit faster through turn 1, but I actually felt better about that particular turn. My braking point was more solid. And you'll see the time comparison above my speedometer. That's actually comparing to the fastest lap on this particular qualifying session. That was a little bit better. I got my braking done on time, which means I picked a good braking point. Next time I'll go through there in second gear, not first gear. But I still actually feel pretty good about how smooth I'm driving. Except for that turn, I shouldn't have dropped down as low as 48 miles an hour. I'd rather keep it around 53 to 54. So in developing the consistency, I felt like I was more fluid and smooth throughout that last lap, even though it wasn't as fast as the lap before. one thing I've noticed about that turn one is getting the braking point right matters. It's better when I'm erring on braking earlier rather than later. I turned in too early on that one. Again, good braking point there. And while I'm not driving a record lap, I am finding areas where I can be more smooth and consistent, which then when I am putting down a good lap is really going to help me to stay smooth and consistent, which, you know, that's the mantra, especially once I get into the race. I want to make sure that my lap times are consistent because it means I'm following my race line, hitting all of my break points, hitting my apexes consistently. Again, not my fastest through the corner, but I definitely feel good about it. About 3/10 slower than my fastest time on this qualifying session. Get my braking done. Good turn in, second gear. Probably shifted too soon there, up into into second. And I saw that I lost pace. That was a good turn. And I feel good about that turn. I actually picked up speed there. So I'm actually doing really consistent work with these laps in the 147s, and when I get to that point where I'm consistent on my second qualifying outing, it's telling me that it's time to get into a race. So I'm going to be racing here after this qualifying session. Went a little deep into that corner, but I shifted better at that point. A bit wide. This is a tough section. There's a lot of off-camber turns. There's a fine line between being patient and being slow. At any rate, I'm feeling like I'm consistent enough and familiar enough with the track. I'm coming in at 147s, so because of that consistency, I'm going to put it on the track with other cars and see where I come in. I expect that I'm going to be gridding towards the back. Right now I am a little more than 4 seconds slower than the fastest car on this track for in the world right now. About 4 seconds behind, and we'll see where we qualify on the next session. So thanks for playing, and see you soon.